Okay, we got running tips. Harley, can you please give me some running tips? I want to start running. Well, my first tip would be to get some good footwear. I use these Brooks Green Silence, made by the company called Brooks. And these are made out of post-recycled consumer materials. They're like a barefoot shoe, but they're actually better than barefoot because they give you ample cushioning, so you're actually running on the forest floor with a barefoot lightweight shoe. These are about the same weight as the Vibram Trek Sports, and they're lighter weight than the Vibram Classic. So you've got the barefoot shoe, weight-wise, feel-wise, but you've got the cushioning, so you're not going to get the stone bruises, the shin splints, the back problems that are going to make you fat and burn out and slow later on in life. So Brooks Green Silence is called a racing flat. That's a style of shoe. Highly recommended for doing running races or speed work. Check it out. Great shoe. This is what I do most of my running in, a Nike Vomero. This is a great cushion shoe. A little bit heavier than the Vibrams there, but plenty of cushioning to do most of your miles in. Not that I do a lot of miles, but if I was doing most of the miles is in the shoe here. A great cushion shoe, great trail shoe, great road shoe as well. Breathable upper, and it's a good one. Highly recommend it. So that's the first one taken care of is shoes. The clothing, I just run in like a vegan shirt, or I run no shirt, and just buy some basic running shorts that I've got from a $2 shop from the thrift store. And now this is a little secret. This is my little secret from running 16:55 for 5K last month on average of 10 miles a week for the last 3 years. The Garmin 310 XT is my secret weapon. Why is this my secret weapon? This bad boy lets me pace myself in races, so I can write down my time, divide it by the kilometres, and go, that's my average pace that I need to sit on. No higher, no lower. Just boom, run like a robot. And this Garmin baby helped me so much. I used to do running races before, go out way too fast, and then fade at the end, like 99% of people do. Follow the model of all the world record holders and do the negative split. What's the negative split? Negative split means your last half of the race is faster, maybe just a little bit, than your first part of the race. If the first part of your race is faster than the last part, you went out too hard. And 99% of running races are on flat. So this is going to apply. It's not going to apply if you've got hills because your pace is going to be all over the place. Then you can go by heart rate. If your course is flat, the Garmin 310, that's where it's at. There's the Garmin 405. I don't recommend the 405. The 405 is, in my opinion, a piece of crap. This is Freelee's, and it's good for scratching your nose. That's about all it's good for. Because the battery life's crap, it's not waterproof, the bezel goes all funny, and when you're running along, it's hard to look at, because this is like a fashion watch. People wear this because they're self-conscious because they think the 310's too big. But I'll tell you what, it's almost the same freaking size. And the Garmin, the benefits, 20-hour battery life versus 2-hour whatever battery life. Waterproof. You got a bigger little face here, not by much, but enough so when you're running, you don't have to be looking at your watch like that. You can just sort of glimpse just by moving your eyes down and look at your pace per K or pace per mile. 310, I highly recommend it. I can also use it with my power meter on my bike, so it's ANT Plus compatible. Comes with the heart rate strap, so it's great for when you're on hill races, so you can pace yourself evenly. Garmin 310 XT ain't the cheapest thing out there, but it's going to make your running just go whoosh, because you're going to learn, you're going to get direct feedback. And an athlete who's got feedback and works with that versus an athlete who doesn't have any feedback or just doesn't care about that, one's going to progress like that and one's going to progress like that. So I'm in the former group. I'm in the one who I want the most data, simple data that I can incorporate and form a template, and that's why I can run so little miles and run so fast. I can get a top 10 in 99% of running races out there on 10, 15 miles a week for the last 3 years. How? Because I run smart, I train smart, and I steal ideas from runners who run faster than me. And then people know what diet and water hydration strategies I recommend. I recommend going to bed early as you can, getting sleep so you can recover, because there's a big difference between doing training and absorbing training. What do I mean? Well, when you go to school, when I used to go to school, I went to chemistry class, physics class, I didn't pay no attention. I was stoned, I was half asleep, I was eating donuts. So I went to class, but I didn't absorb the class. A lot of people go to training, but they're not really absorbing training because they're doing all the miles, but they're not getting any results. They're slow, they're still fat, they're just not getting any results because they're so overtrained, the cortisol's up or whatever, and they're not getting enough benefit for how much mileage they put in. So we want to absorb the training by training smarter. So to train smart, we want to follow a program set by a good coach relative to our fitness level, be it intermediate, advanced, beginner, newbie, professional, drugged up, super APO athlete, or whatever. You want to have a program that suits your goals and suits where you're at now. So you can get those for free online, or get a running coach who's good, who's reputable. And don't train like an advanced athlete if you're a beginner in running, because you will fucking injure yourself and you'll be having time out and you'll be hating it. And you'll be one of those people who go, oh, running's bad for your knees, because I started doing 50 miles a week or 100 miles a week off the bat, and my knees couldn't handle it. Or I ran in those Vibram 5-finger fad shoes, and I couldn't run slow, and I'm just running slow, and I don't know, like, running's not for me, it's not for my genetic type, or whatever. It's like, no, train smart, use the right footwear, use the Garmin, stay hydrated, carb up, get the sleep, and just do it, man. Because running's such a good thing to do. It's such a good sport. It's so fun. It's so natural. I can be anywhere in the world. I can be in London, Paris, Bangkok, Singapore, New York City, LA, whatever. As long as I've got my shoes and some shorts, I can go for a jog, go for a walk, go for a run. It's a fantastic way to meet people. I love doing running races. Share the vegan message. It's great. And so that'd be my tip. Shoes, Garmin, so you pace yourself. The right diet, lifestyle. Get a training program. Follow it. And train smarter versus harder. You're always better off doing too little training than too much training. You're always better off eating too many carbohydrates than not enough carbohydrates. Trust me on that one. Hey, 16:55 for 5K on 10 to 14 miles a week for the last 3 years. That's what I'm talking about.
So tell me about running, Durianrider.
What do you want to know?
What are the best shoes to get?
Best shoes would be something like this, like a racing flat, or when you're doing speed work or racing. But most of the time you want to run in a heavier cushion shoe. You don't want to have the stability shoes, etc. You want to have like a highly cushioned shoe, like a Nike Pegasus, a Nike Romero, a Brooks Glycerin, or an Axe Nimbus, something like that. And
What about running form?
running form, you want to have relaxed hands. You don't want to be like swaying your shoulders, like a lot of people do this. They're like lobsters. They have your shoulders straight.
Or they have their fists going up in front of their face?
Yeah, they're right running like this. Yeah. Like a blue tie box, but like this. Your hands going to be low. That's your hips. And your knees want to be low, and your feet high. When you're going fast.
And what about your fists?
Just relax, like your butterflies in your hands.
Yeah.
Relax.
And what about running gear? Like, other than shoes?
You want to have some shorts or a singlet or a one-nose shirt or a sports car. You want to stay cool. Let's go a bit faster. You want to stay cool. You want to stay cool because if you get hot, your body's going to shut down your speed and you're not going to run very fast because your body gets too hot.
And what about your hat?
Hat's a good one. Keep the sun out of your face. Keep it a bit cooler. So, that's what I recommend for that stuff. But you want to be cool. You never ever want to overheat when you're running.
So what have you noticed in people who are overheating?
Well, face starts to go red, and they just start the pace drops down massively. And if you use the Garmin like this, they really hold this for 310 XP. It's a $600 watch in Australia. And we're running about 4-minute pace right now on the Garmin.
It's my race pace.
Yeah. It's called fitness there. 4-minute pace, having a conversation. Check it right here. Slow down, slow down. That's why you don't dress when you go running in the heat. You're going to get way too hot. That guy, that's a real fast when he's running. It's just overheated. He's dehydrating himself. Crazy, man.
But some people in Thailand, especially, do that because they think they're going to sweat the fat out.
Yeah.
Which is not how you lose fat. You're not going to sweat it out.
You can't sweat fat out, man.
Because your body's trying to cool itself down by sweating.
That's crazy, isn't it? That's crazy.
So if we look here, we can see I'm midfoot striking, not on the ball of the foot, not the heel, just midfoot. gentle hand carry, nothing clenched, relaxed shoulders, just flowing through, easy.
And barefoot running is a fad. I use barefoot shoes for getting my feet stronger when I'm doing kickboxing or whatever. But in terms of running on tarmac, it's like punching brick walls with your hand. And I don't know any elite runners who's barefoot in racing. You have to slow right down. Then they'll get as much of the workout on. So barefoot running just makes you start to slow compared to running in proper shoes. If you want to run fast, running the same shoes as fast as running with road on. Simple as that. And people have been told the barefoot bullshit. Like if you run barefoot, you're going to become like some superhero marathoner. It just ain't true. It just ain't true. So running proper shoes, barefoot on the beach or on the oval, getting your feet stronger. I don't be barefoot in the concrete, please.
What's the best diet for athletes, for runners, and why?
The best diet is on a Kenyan street, man. Low fat, high carb, low protein, plant-based. The first stop out to marathon is going to be a fruit eater. Definitely. The drug technology we have now in running, we're seeing running times of 203, 204. You put that same drug, person, same training, same prize money, you put on a fruit-based diet, vegan, they're going to take a 2-hour record, definitely, 100%. And people say, oh, runners don't take drugs. That's like bullshit, man. If runners don't take drugs, we'll be running sub 150 for the marathon right now. With drugs. If we're running 203 clean on a high carb, low fat, plant-based diet, like how to go to roasting and burger, those guys aren't doing drugs. They're to run 150s, man. The marathon, sub 150. People say drugs don't work. I'm like, you don't have any idea. Drugs fucking work. EPO work.
Why don't, like, high protein, paleo style, raw meat, high protein, fleshy diet work for runners?
Because running's all about having a light stomach.
So it's straight upright. It's not like that. It's not like this. It's just straight. If anything, it's leaning forward slightly or straight back. And that's just not my opinion. That's what top world's top marathoners are doing. So that's your peer group on YouTube. You look at the best runners and just go, okay, Ryan Hall. Oh, that's how he runs.
Yeah.
Andy Gabs-Celeste. Oh, that's how he runs. They're running in Bibles. No, they're not. They're running in racing flats. And they've got 10 years history of running. And they wouldn't even run in Bibles. Even the best history in the world. If you want to go barefoot, make sure you run barefoot on the soft surfaces, like grass. And it's
Or like on the beach.
beach is excellent. Make sure you don't do too many miles because it's off camber the whole way.
Yeah.
The forest is good because it's always off camber. The beach is sort of like that the whole way. So you sort of, you're running like that for a long time. The forest is probably the best because you're like, up and down, around, that's great. Beach is excellent if you're trying to find a flat spot. Again, it doesn't matter too much, but just don't do loose ski training on the beach. Central Park's good because it's, so many people to run with. Central Park's awesome. Nothing like that in Australia. Okay, so we got some shoes here. I'm going to give some people in Thailand, some runners that can't really afford a pair of Nikes, because these Nikes, a lot of this stuff's made in Thailand, but it actually costs more to buy in Thailand than buy in New York City. It's crazy. It's made locally, but it costs more money here than in New York City. It's like MacBooks in China cost more in China than New York City. The same report that it's made in Thailand cheaper in New York City or Washington State.
$30 in the US.
So let's get some shoes away. What I found is I've got the same shoes here. One's a size 10, one's a 10.5. Because I've been using the barefoot shoes, running on the grass and running on the beach and stuff like that, when I use my racing shoes on the road, I've had to go a size half up. So these were 10, which I'm going to give away. These are 10.5, which could be now. The and used to fit me in now doesn't fit because my feet become bigger using barefoot shoes on the grass. And the Nike Durian, I'm normally a 10, even too small for me now. I had to step up to a 10.5 in Durian. So I'm going to give some of these shoes away to some runners. These are from Michael Weinstein, Victoria. This guy, he won the Vermont 100s in these shoes. And he had to do 4th place. I'm going to pass these on to some Thai runners now. I'm just using them. And until they just can't get wear out. I found a piece of rubber today that I can include one of the shoes. Free runners built